when it started? When you think it started?
When it started far away in the stars, I think. In the stars. I don't know. I had a journey on Earth, like many people had a journey, but I think I believed in my dream and I made them happen. I think this is the secret. To believe in the dream. To believe in the dream. When the dream come. And take the wings. I don't know. I think I did not have a very common life because, I don't know, when I was little I would not let anybody damage my spirit. Even maybe I did not do it consciously, but all my life it has been like this, like not letting my other people cut my wings. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not easy, and it is a lonely path. It has been a lonely path for many years because like 30, 40 years ago, not many people were on that path. Now lots of people are on the path, so it's a joyful path more. And we are approaching the end of the cycle, so the more we are approaching the end of the cycle, the more people we are. And I think it is time to take responsibility for everything we do, for the education of our children, for our health, our well-being, for our relationship, for everything we do. We have to take responsibility because we have given away our powers for too long. And
in what way you think we should take that responsibility?
You know how we give away our kids when they are high like this to people we don't know for 8 hours, 10 hours a day. We go to work, we don't have time for them, put the TV on, no more communication. The mind of even the little one is sick. The mind is the adult is very sick, and the mind of the big one is super sick. Now it's time to be healthy, I think. My vision is to, and the vision of many people on the path, is to recreate our life, deprogram our mind, master our mind, to reprogram it and to live a happy life, a peaceful life, a harmonious life, not let other people let us know what to do and not to do. Because we know inside, we are all divine beings, we are all gods and goddesses. We don't need people to drive our life, to educate our children. It is time to educate our own children. Nature has given us lots of medicine, lots of gifts that we don't even use. We have forgotten the basic things of life. We have become so complicated. We have to come back to the simple. So the vision now on the planet is to go back to nature, because this is where the memory is, the information is, and the harmony is, because we come back to the natural cycle. We live like zombies in this house of concrete and with lots of machine that creates all this magnetic field, and then we are sick, we wonder why. So it is time to go back. So I do believe in the creation of eco-villages where we create a space of love for all people, young one, old one, middle-aged, everyone. And recreate a harmonious life, recreate a life that is in our hand, to find happiness again, to make our heart sing again. So many people go to work to make money to consume, not to make their heart sing. Yeah, so many people do work only for the money. Their heart is not singing. How can you live? Imagine you are a bird and you cannot sing for whatever reason. You cannot be a happy bird. But it's the same for us. We come here as divine being on the planet Earth, and the purpose is harmony, is peace, is love. And we have lost it, so we have to recreate it. Then this is where I put my energy. Create a space of love for all of us. We also relearn to share, relearn to love. We have everything to learn. The thing we do in the name of love on this planet now is we have accepted the unacceptable. The other day you asked me, what are the key to happiness? For me, they are very simple. First key, give thanks for all we receive. We have lost this ability. We think of what we don't have before to think of what we have. So we have to be grateful for what we have. Second, embrace our talent, our beauty, our light. If we don't use our talent, every human being on the planet has come here with gifts, with talented. If we don't use them, we are insulting the gods. So use our talent. Third one, give service. You are asked to walk 2 kilometers, you walk 3 kilometers. To do everything with love, and when the heart is not singing, do something else. Find where your heart is singing. Without preoccupation of money, of security, this comes after. The most important is the faith. If you have faith that we are in this beautiful world, there is a cosmic order, and if we are in this cosmic order, if we are in the dream, we live with a synchronicity, and anything we need will be given to us. Anything. We don't need to have a big bank account. We only need what we need. No more, no less. And if we really believe we are divine being, we are co-creator, we can co-create, we can manifest our vision. If our intention is pure, we will have it. What do we want more? What do we want more? Our mind has been sick now. We have to heal our mind and go on with a singing heart.
And where do you think you learned the most important things about life? I think you went on the road when you were 20 years old, and then you stayed in different countries with different people. Where do you think?
I think the beauty of the traveling is you learn every day. It's not the travel that is important, not so much the travel. What is important in the travel, what I discovered when I started to travel, is that there are laws that are made up by the men, that by human beings, that we take for granted. Yeah? And then you go to another culture and you say, oh, they do things differently there. They have different law. Then you go to another culture, oh, they do different things there. And so then you get to see what has been made by human being and what is pure universal law. And so you sweep. And for me to travel, you don't get into the zombie world. You don't live off routine. Every day you don't know what's going to happen. You just open, like you can live it more spontaneously. Yeah. And so after traveling and meeting so many cultures, I realized that we have to sweep many laws that are man-made to suit the power of the human being. If you sweep those laws, there's one law for me that everybody knows, I think, but not necessarily follow, is if we live our life and act as we would like others to act with us, we would not lie, we would not steal, we would be transparent. Transparency. Imagine we live a world of transparency, no masks, no shield, we are telepath, we have nothing to hide. There's no reason for secret garden. Nothing to hide. Transparency. Imagine a transparent world. All the rubbish that will be swept off if we are transparent. Yeah? So this is what I learned, I think, traveling. And if we follow this, we don't make mistake. We don't. But this means integrity. We have to be honest with ourselves, not play up. Not. This is the key to integrity. That's what we do with. Why so many children are confused? You know, they are given from their parents. Do this, don't do this, don't do this, and they see the parent do it, for example. How can a child understand if he sees the parents giving contradictory? We have to walk our talk, we have to speak our truth. And if we don't, the children are here to rectify. Hey, you told me not to lie. Oh, you told me. And you rectify. They are our masters.
Could you tell us where you've been? I mean, which countries you lived and where did you travel?
I've been in many countries, but live in country. I just finished a 7 years cycle in Peru, where I created a center after a vision.
What kind of center is this?
It's a spiritual center where we lived as like the purpose was to be contagious with the law of time, with the Mayan prophecy, that it's not just something in the air, something mental. That how do we live as magicians every day? From morning in everyday life, how do we cook, how do we garden, how do we behave? That is not just something mental. So now the house is in the hand of 4 magicians. 7, 3 come and go because they have they do things like you with machine. And now we have been given some land in Thailand, so create another space, which is like a space of love, where we relearn how to live, and we also would like to take care of little kids who or lost their parents or have a difficult start of life, and give them the opportunity to live a harmonious life in Thailand.
Thai kids.
Thai kids. So this is the next project. And I lived in Australia for 13 years, and I lived at sea. 10 years altogether with the journeys and the building of the boat. And then before it was many travels in North Africa and Middle East, and I guess I knew since long time that I had a mission, but the mission was kind of put into picture slowly. Now I'm aware and I'm conscious that my life doesn't belong to me. I don't have real personal desire. You know, okay, I love chocolate. Sometimes I eat good chocolate, but for my life, really, there's nothing. my fulfillment is from the service to the planet, and knowing that everyone, we are putting this little seed of light, and the more contagious we will be, the more people will understand that it is time for change, for big change, and we have to be ready, because there is a bridge to pass sometime in a few years. And I see now young people very lost, and I believe I can make them feel that love is more important than all the value that the society is selling. And so this is our purpose, to be very contagious with the new virus of love. It's a good virus.
It's a good virus.
It's a good virus. And it's exciting to be in the time of the planet. It doesn't mean that we have no challenge. We also have lots of challenge, but I know I have faith in this new consciousness, new time, new way of life, and I want to see it happen. It's like, okay, you spend so many years putting seed, and now it's time to see the garden and to see the beautiful flowers, no? So we
I
are.
think also the people, the old people, old tribes, are now different, or they are the same. You were talking about Indians, that there are a lot of Indians start to drink now, and they have different other problems.
Well, 2 years ago, according to the law of time, 2 years ago, we shifted from the indigenous Aboriginal consciousness to the cosmic awareness. So from the Aboriginal consciousness, we have learned about communion with nature. We have learned about tribal value of most of the indigenous don't have a word for I. They speak we, or they will give their name, Annick, but they rarely use the I. So they don't have this culture of I that we have as individualists. Yeah? But the purpose is not to go back to the tribal way. No. We receive from the tribal way many beautiful values connected with nature and connected with the collective mind. But now we are elevating the consciousness, elevating the vibration, the cellular vibration, to enter a totally new world. We cannot even imagine it, because we know it at the cellular level, but on the other memory level. But in this life, no. But we are going there. And the tribe have been very challenged. Many have got into alcoholism. I mean, there was a big decline, like big fall for many years, and then in the last maybe 20 years started to, a few elements, tribal elements started to awake. But most of the change came from the tribal people who went out of their tribe, either because they were sent to school or they were adopted by other people, out of their tribe, and then got kind of a different eye. So they were able to determine what is superstition, for example, and what is real in the tribal life. And so it was like a cleaning. And with this eye coming from outside, there has been some rectification. And then those people have awakened their own people and say, okay, now stop the alcoholism, stop this, stop that. Let's get up all together. So now there has been some tribal awareness. And so it's like, for me, it's the encounter of this tribal awareness, and we, from the zombie world, who decided we don't want to live this life, sorry, and this is the encounter that is going to make the new world. This is how I see it. New world.
What do you think for the civilized people? What's the thing that they can do each day and they can help the planet? I'm sure it's one thing enough.
For everybody, consciousness starts in everyday life, for example. Yeah, we are consuming far too much. We are eating far too much. We have to be also aware now the world is endangered, especially in the civilized and city, the civilized country and the city, with energy, water, air. In the city, soon people won't be able to breathe with so much pollution, water contamination, and energy is going to stop. No more petrol, we have to find some substitute. If people are not aware of all this in everyday life, people I believe are going to die like flies in the city. I'm not saying that everybody has to get out of the city. I would like it to happen, but this is my little personal thing. I've seen in France, for example, mother was start to regulate, for example, the time for the shower, for the children to be aware that water is not something that you consume and consume and consume without considering that one day the tank might be empty. So if the tank has to be empty one day, then if we start now using less, then we will have water a longer time. And it's the same for everything. And I see people, complain. They have to pay many bills, electricity bill, very expensive. And then you go in the house and the shower is the light is on all day in the kitchen, the light is all day. And so we have to be conscious that how we consume, how we have lost this vigilance that we don't need all this. So being conscious, from the unconscious we go to the conscious, something changed. If you are aware, that one day we won't be able to breathe because we live with so much pollution, then what do? You will consider, what do? Do I keep my car that I only use when I go on holiday? Or is that really necessary to have a car? Maybe 2 cars in the same family. Do we really need 2 cars? And ask like this simple question. When we have little kids, what do we do with our children? Do we communicate with them? Do we take time to play with them, to be with them, to make them understand what life is about? Or we just let them watch TV because it's much easier, and then we can watch our own program in our own bedroom and live with all this separation. We just have to be vigilant and conscious, continuously conscious. And if we are continuously conscious, then we realize that we have to take responsibility, and it's time to take in our hand, because it's easy when you are not responsible to blame. You blame the teacher because your kids are lying, and you blame the lawyer because he has not undone the knot and you blame the doctor because he has not given the right medicine. And we blame. There's nobody to blame except us. We can take in our hand. I heard that 2 days ago in Slovenia, you cannot put your child in a school if he has no vaccination. Then you have the choice. Or you get out of the country if you don't want. You have 3 choices. Okay, you say yes, okay, you put vaccination and put your kid to school. You don't wonder anything, you just accept what is given to you. You don't question it. Second, you question and you decide you don't want to give vaccination, or if there's no other choice, you can either make a false stamp on the little book and he will go to school. Or you say, no, I don't want to lie, and I'm out of the country and find another place to live. They were talking about something else that you couldn't do. I forgot what it was. Slovenia. you cannot ask a government that is sick to make rule for all your life every day. No. This is out of question. And for me, it was out of question when my kids were little. So I left. I put my kids in a little van and ciao. And if it was now, it would be even quicker. I think, because it's more urgent. For me, it was already urgent 30 years ago, but now it is more than urgent. What we do with our children is we have accepted the unacceptable on all levels of life. I would, people who are all conscious, many people want to get out of this life. Spending 8 hours a day to receive a pay for a work they don't enjoy, and then to consume mostly rubbish. What is this life about? Yeah?
Most people will say that's life.
Yeah, that's life, but it is not life. As I imagine people, many people start to think about eco-village. Yeah? I have heard people, but we can't do it because we have no money to buy land. It is not true. If all the people were able to be together, this is the main difficulty, is that they cannot be together because they are too individualistic and too preoccupied by their own little security. If they let go of this, or the I, and they go together and they say, okay, let's make a vision. This is what we want to live. They can co-create together and sell everything they have. Some have apartments, some have cars, and with this, I'm sure they can buy land. And then if the consuming is low, then you don't have to work so hard because you'll spend less money. So people don't question, they consume until and then start to live with credit. And then what? The day they lose their job, the bank takes everything and you are in the street. What a life. Do they care about you? People you work for, do they care about you? No, you are like the cow. They will milk the cow when there's no more milk.
No way.
Ciao. This is not life. Life is about caring, about loving each other, about doing things together, about living in harmony, in peace, being happy, about joy. If there is no joy, what do you do? If there is no joy, you are not living. If the heart is not singing, you are not living. If your heart is not singing, then question yourself. What would I would like to do? What would make my heart sing? You find the answer. Don't worry about money, no money. This is not the issue. The issue is about having faith that we are in this big universe, that it's a cosmic order, it is perfect, and if we enter in this order, we enter in the perfection, and the synchronicity gives us anything that we need. But we need to be pure and transparent and have faith. I have faith, and my life is not difficult. Doesn't mean that I don't have challenge. When I have challenge, then I have to decide how am I going to do to transform it in a gift. But I think everybody should question, wonder, and be conscious about every area of their life. And if they feel that a change is necessary, then they take the step to change. Leave the insecurity, the fear. We have been brought up in the world of fear. Everything is fear. Oh, take insurance in case. In case. Everything is in case. What for? Imagine the amount of money people pay on insurance, and insurance for disease, insurance for dentist, insurance for the eyes, insurance for hospital, insurance for the car, insurance for the house. Everything is in case. What in case? If the universe decides you have to lose your house, then you lose your house. And what? So what? We are very complicated. We are too complicated. We have to come back to something very simple. We are so complicated that we cannot grasp the simple. So when something is simple, We make it very complicated and panic and chaos and there is adrenaline. Yeah, when there's adrenaline, it looks like the people are alive, but it's only adrenaline. It's not life. It's not joy. This we have to look at. I mean, you see, you think. You know, I was born in a village, there was no car, there was no electricity, there was only like 60 years ago. Now you see the country like China, all the countries that are opening to the modern world. They are doing a jump in 5 years, what we did in 50 years. They do a jump, boop, boop, boop. Technology, they have everything. Everything is copied, everything, but accelerated, yeah? So at one moment the acceleration is going to be bang. Okay. Ciao.
And you know when it's gonna happen?
Well,
10 years, 20.
the
more?
cycle of the universe and the cycle of the sun. The sun is coming back in the middle of the Milky Way in 2012. We're finishing a big cycle of 26,000 years and other cycles. So every time this has happened, independently of what we think, every time this has happened, the consciousness has changed. Something has happened there. And the scientists are now here to say it's not just us. Before it was like, okay, the old hippy, don't listen. But now the scientists are saying the activity of the sunspot on the sun are directly connected to the consciousness on planet Earth. Interesting. So we know. Now scientifically it is proved that our world is dying. There is no return, it is dying. We have to get ready for change. People who resist, go against the current, will go. So if we want to see the new, then we just have to get ready.
What do you think about terrorism now and all the stuff that is going on?
Well, it is
It's
the
also
acceleration of the chaos. It is the acceleration of the chaos. I mean, a few years ago, I would look at Bush like being very judgmental and say, what is this? But now it's like, okay, my eyes have changed. It's part of the plan to accelerate the chaos. I can say, thank you, Mr. Bush, you are accelerating the chaos. The quicker, the faster, the better. We will enter the new world. And this is how we have to see it. It's all illusion, it's all big game, really. And we don't really know what's happening because the media is the media. Yeah? Give us what they want to give us. It's all a lie. We are living a big lie. So if we want to live the truth, we have to start speaking our truth, living with our heart, and contagiously it will happen more and more and more people. We will cross the bridge.
Very soon.
Very soon we cross the bridge. That's why we have to create those vortex. An eco-village is like a space of love. It's like a vortex of energy that would irradiate, radiate. Then another one there and another one there, and little by little, the whole planet is going to be covered with this new consciousness, and the rest will just go like a dead skin, like a mutation. The serpent leaves a dead skin and get a new skin. This is how it will happen. And there's no... The point is not to go to it with fear, insecurity, or no. It is wonderful what is happening, okay? There are people who go, and so what? There is more life. more universe, more dimension, more. No, I think now people are starting to see what life is about, what it is to really live. I think.
So we are going back in the past.
No, we're not going back in the past. We're going to the new future with value that we cannot erase. For example, the communion with nature. Nature is big medicine, is big memory. If we are in communion with nature, with the sun, with the moon, we receive information. We are mutated even. So we have to go back to there. So it is not going back to the past. It is taking value that we shouldn't have forgotten. We have forgotten. We take back and then elevate. Go further. Go further. We are going to be transparent telepath. Imagine just this. We are all transparent. So no space for corruption, mafia, sick mind, no. So if we are pure in our mind and our heart, it can only be a space of love. Yeah? And be together, in this togetherness, in this collective mind, instead of, my little car, my little wife, my little house. This is not life. This has created separation. Religion has created separation. War is creating separation. No, now it's time for union because we are only one. Like the Mayan say, in Lakesh, I am another you, you are another me. We have to go back to this. But this is not the past, indigenous past. This is the future in the universe. Get a cosmic consciousness, galactic consciousness, universal consciousness. The image is going to be much bigger. Yeah? Much bigger. Not just planetary. Little planet Earth is little in the universe, really. And this is what we are opening to. And to feel it in our body. Okay? We have been educated that we are sinner. What does it mean? We are sinner? Of what? We just born? You are sinner? Does it make sense? No, we are divine. And we have to remember we are divine. It is easy to control and manipulate people when they are with fear, no? Very easy. And they have all done it. They have done it in our school, they have done it in army, they have done it in everywhere. At work.
All life is like that.
All life is made of fear. No, you cannot live with this. Life can be beautiful and free.
The people will say, I don't know if you said it's, I can go on the road and that's it. And people will say, oh, I need money, I need this, I need this. Fear all the time.
Yeah.
So they will not do it because
Yeah.
they would rather say, oh, she can do it, she's different, but I'm different. So the problem is also, I think, that people don't believe in themselves.
Yeah, this is, you have to believe, like the real power is here, is the intuition, is the faith, yeah? If you really feel it, this is what you want, and you don't want to be a zombie, then just do it. Whatever people think of you is none of your business, Matej. It's none of your business. Just do it. Then the experience will show you if what you do gives you happiness, then you keep doing it. If you made a mistake, then you can come back. What's the risk? Tell me. What risk is there? There's no risk. What risk? People sometimes say to me, oh, you had such an amazing life. You are very brave. Who? When I think of the people spending 10 hours in front of the machine in a bank or in an office, I think, phew, no, this is brave. Brave for what? Stupidity. But you have to be very strong and have courage to be in that little room all your life. Sometime, because of the fear that they have been given, and they imagine that they cannot fly, they cannot do what they want. They imagine, they program the difficulty, so they don't do it. Nothing is impossible. No dream is impossible. If you dream it, then it's there for something. And the future belongs to you only if you believe in your dream. If you don't believe in your dream, there is no future. No future. Pure routine is death. It's death. It kills love, it kills everything. The routine.